Peter, I hear you. Good morning.
Hello?
And I hear the music. Can you put it up higher? Let me see. Just make sure.
I'm here.
Okay, excellent, man. We are going live now. All right, guys. Good morning. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning to you, Peter. How you doing today?
Oh, there we are. Okay. Hey, we're here. Yeah, I was
We're
running a
here,
little
my
hectic
friend.
this morning. It looks like we had our own hectic morning here as we're doing some technology and support changeover. It looks like so. All right.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
And Peter, what we need to
everybody.
do is
What about the room?
what we need to
What
do
do we
if you can
stream into
help
the
us
room? Anything?
put the stream into the room. Yeah, really, that would really help.
Okay.
So that'd be awesome if you could do that. All right.
Okay.
Good morning, guys. As you guys know, we're upgrading. We've been spending a lot of time in the back end upgrading the show and making it better, making it cleaner. As you can see here, look how nice this looks. Our team is working really hard to make this happen. So, as usual, as we make changes and upgrade things, things are going to be, a little disconnected at first, but I guarantee you, by the time we're done next week, this will be looking very, very nice and crispy to you guys. Over on you on our chat, we're gonna get the members up and running with audio and uh, and a screen right now. So once we do that, they should be good to go by Tuesday. That'll be all set. All
Should should
right,
I
excellent.
restream to the room or someone else taking care of that?
Yeah, restream to the room, please. Yeah, if you could restream to the room, that'll be awesome. And then
I
the
don't
next
have.
week, that'll be automatic.
I don't know that I have audio. All
All right.
right. I can get the
Um,
image. Sorry, guys. Technical. Please stay tuned.
yeah. Um, All right, awesome. Let's have a good day. And if for case, guys, if we can't get the audio, if you guys can join us on YouTube, that'd be great. And while you're there, support, hit that thumbs up. Really does help us a bunch. One thing I'm gonna have to get used to now as we do this new we got our new production manager working on things in the background. I was ready to hit the thumbs up button. I don't have to do that anymore. So someone's gonna take care of that for me. I was ready to just kind of hit the button like, wait, that's not gonna work like it used to no more. So that is pretty cool. Um, if
Yeah, I
one of
don't
the
know how to get the
moderators, I'll type
audio.
in here.
I
No,
think
let's
if
not
I
worry
do,
about the audio because you won't be able to, I think,
yeah,
because you might create an
guys.
echo.
For
Yeah, we got
everybody
an
in the
echo,
room,
Peter.
we're doing a technology changeover. We're working on getting the streaming done properly. If you want full audio, you need to log into the YouTube for today. You're going to be able to hear me, but you won't hear Carlos doing it this way. So it's going to, well, Shanna, again, everybody, you're only going to hear me. You're not going to hear Carlos. He's Michael cut him off. So go to the
Yeah, and Peter, I'm
YouTube
getting,
channel.
yeah, and they won't even be able to hear you because we're getting an echo. I'm getting a really bad echo when you do that, so
Well,
we'll
it's
have to
probably
cut
because you
that
have
out too,
the
I guess.
room speaker on, right? So there you go.
Let's
Now you
check.
won't have an echo, right?
Ah, beautiful. Yes, I like that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent,
All
guys.
right.
Good morning. Good morning over on YouTube. Welcome. Happy Friday to you all. Let's take a look at what we have here on our gappers list, guys. So pretty light day. As you can see, just two tickers on here. I got JAGX and I also have a swim. So again, not a whole lot on there
Yeah.
this morning.
Super
Pretty quiet.
light.
But you know what, Peter? That's okay because we had such an explosive week, right? I mean, we got to take a break, I guess, right? Is that all right?
Look, we talked yesterday. We were talking all about Nvidia, and it didn't disappoint. I would say Nvidia really did move yesterday. It had some great price action. Whether you wanted to trade it long or short, as I did, it gave you some good moves. I mean, within about an hour and a half, we got a $40 move down, and then if you were taking the move up before that, over the course of 2 hours, you got a $60 move. So there's really no question that we had some good opportunity yesterday, and Nvidia was leading the way. This morning, if I look at our economic calendar, let me talk about that for a second. We have a couple of things that are on that calendar. Durable goods, which came out a couple of minutes ago. Later this morning, right after the open, we do have Waller that's speaking again. Doesn't normally impact the markets too much, so probably don't have to worry about that. And then consumer sentiment, which is coming out at 10. So let's talk durable goods because those numbers did come out. Surprise numbers, actually. Quite significantly higher than expected. So let me give you a few numbers here. If I look at the month over month numbers, this is where the biggest discrepancy was. For the month of April, the forecast was for a contraction of 0.9%, but we actually grew by 0.7%. That's almost a 2% difference. Now, you have to keep in mind that last month it was a growth of 0.8%. So the durable goods in terms of consistency was right there, right? Month over month, it's sort of growing about the same amount each month. But the expectation was that we're going to see a lot of shrinkage. And I'm surprised to see the market actually responding somewhat favorably. We've got a little bit of a move up, not huge, but a little bit of a move up. So, all in all, I think we're going to see sort of a maybe a little bit of a quiet day today, because the markets certainly are not like going crazy with the durable goods information that just came out. So, let me just, guys, sorry about this. Let me just jump back into the room quickly. You'll get an echo, Carlos, for a second. Hello to everybody that just joined us in the chat room. I just want to let you know that for today, you've got to join YouTube to get the sound. We won't be streaming sound into the room just because as we're moving a technology little turnover here. So hopefully you can do that. I just posted the link once again, and it's up in the announcement. So join YouTube if you want the full experience, okay? So I'm just here temporarily. Go to YouTube if you want full sound. I'm going away again. See you there. Okay. There you go. Okay.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
with that, Carlos, we are continuing. We're sort of at the tail end here of earnings. We've been enjoying a lot of earnings over the last couple of weeks. Not a lot after the close yesterday, really. I mean, it was actually pretty quiet, I think. And this morning, frankly, we got nothing. I mean, the earnings are non-existent. So,
Yeah,
but there was a couple of
it's
things
pretty light.
uh, that I wanted to talk about, because we did have a couple that happened after the close. I thought we might see some of them on our list, but apparently not. Because I mean, look at it. Even the one thing we had on the gap up list has disappeared this morning. So, okay, it's
It went away.
gonna be
It's so I was
quiet.
talking. I got scared how bad this is, and it's just disappeared there. So there you have it. All right, friends, back on the list here. Let's take a look. Let's see what's happening. Let's start with by deleting some of the stuff we had yesterday on our watch list. Control A, Control X on Dash Trader Pro takes care of that. We'll start with the first one on the list here. CADL disappeared again, but I think I got it. CADL is just above and below 2%. So that's what you're seeing, that kind of move up and down here on CADL. Looks horrible, guys. What's the float on this? Disappeared again for me. Do you have the flow handy?
CADL. This is Candel Therapeutics, and it's got a 17 million share float.
Okay. All right. So 17 million shares flow. So again, a little on the lower side, guys. I don't like the way it looks right here. It looks messy on the daily and also in this morning in the pre-market. Hard to borrow, so you can't even short it. Peter, I don't like this one. Anything good coming out of it?
Well, they do have some news. I mean, this is an actual company that is trying to cure cancer, or at least some forms of cancer. They had good news on a phase 2 trial that their patients seem to have overall a longer life expectancy when taking their drug. So haven't cured it, but I guess they let them live longer. So that's a good thing. That's what's moving it up a little bit so far this morning. Well, actually, that news was after the close yesterday. But we're seeing a little bit of pop. Like you said, doesn't really look great. Don't love it. Only
Yeah. Yeah,
400,000
don't love it
shares.
there.
Yeah, not doing much.
Yeah. Here's one that we actually liked yesterday, was had a lot of movement. PDD was gapping up yesterday. And it did move quite a bit. This morning they're up 2.2 again, 210,000 shares trade. So it's got a little bit of volume. They moved it well yesterday, but again, all eyes were on Nvidia, AMD, Apple. I mean, all the usual suspects were dropping so much. I didn't have time to look at it. I went at look at it after the fact and actually ran pretty good here. So beautiful break on P. The other way it's from 149. It's a $10 move, guys. 149 to 159. So really, really nice. Lighter volume than usual. They're not an explosive stock, but maybe a second day play on this one, Peter. And maybe things
Y-
will give us an opportunity to watch this one today.
What? Well, yeah, like we've had earnings across the sector, right? So Billy had earnings before they opened yesterday. PDD, JD, Bob, all other earnings in the last week. I think the bigger story that we've got to be aware of and know that it's sort of a wild card is everything that's happening around Taiwan. So we know that China is essentially they were doing military maneuvers, essentially setting up a blockade around Taiwan, starting to test uh I guess basically Taiwan's resolve, and it looks like they're sort of prepping for an invasion and takeover. What is that going to mean? No idea. But anything in that sector, so a lot of semiconductor stocks, obviously the Chinese stocks, all of this could have a big impact because I mean this is like this is global politics here at play, and we haven't really talked a lot about that, but it's getting to the point where it looks like over the course of this weekend, maybe even as early as during the market day today, we may see some news out of that, and that news may cause just unexpected movement in the markets, and that's what we primarily are focused on here. So just be aware that that's a big risk. So if you're trading anything in this sector, just know strange things could happen at any point in time if we get some news, right? It just takes one ship to do something unexpected, one missile to be launched, one rhetoric statement made to media either side, and who knows what can happen. So just be careful if you're trading anything in this whole sector, including the stuff we were just talking about with Nvidia and MU and TSM, especially, right? Taiwan Semiconductor. I think I'm just going to keep an eye on it just to see what happens, but who knows? Like, I'm expecting generally volume to be quiet because there's going to be a lot of nervousness amongst investors, I would think. But I don't know. We'll find out together, won't we?
Yeah, yeah, we sure will. I'm gonna add PDD here on a secondary, maybe. I mean, there's nothing else on this list for us to look at as far as gappers list. A very light day this morning. Let's take a look at what's gapping down. It's gonna be swim. That's the only other one on my list. Wow, wow, is that right? 42.50 to 5. Oh man. Now that happened market open yesterday. So that is not a gap down. This is actually a sell-off from yesterday. So they're definitely not swimming, they're drowning. Peter, what's the news on swim? That is
Swim.
brutal.
This is a very low float. I only see 2.5
Yeah,
million
swim.
shares in the float. It's only like, well, it was a 90 million market cap company. Now, well, now I guess with the $6 price, it's only a 12 million market cap company, right? Or 15 million. So
Wow.
yeah, they've
Yeah,
lost
yeah.
most of their value. However, this is a I don't know what it is. It's a Sullivan Holdings, which is a holding company out of Hong Kong. I don't even know what they do. It doesn't look like it's going well, whatever it is they're doing. So I don't feel this is tradable for our style. With that
Yeah.
drop, you can expect sort of a second day bounce, maybe, or it might continue. I don't know. I don't typically play these because the risk profile is just too crazy for me.
Yeah, and just look at the volume. Even yesterday, with this entire dropping whatever this was, I mean, from 42 to $6. Look at the volume; it's very, very light. So today, it might just not even do anything, right? It's not getting the volume to make it move properly. So I don't like it. We'll leave it alone. All right, very light gap resistance, guys. We only came out with really PDD, and that is even as a secondary because the volume is not there yet. But we are moving a little bit up 2.5 so far this morning. So Peter, before we get to our members in chat room, what do you like today so far?
Well, like I said, after yesterday, I'm definitely watching Nvidia because I just want to see what's going to happen. After the move, it's over $1,000, and it held that throughout the day yesterday. So that's good for Nvidia. Keep in mind that they've announced a 10-for-1 stock split that'll take effect as of the close Friday, June the 7th, so 2 weeks from now. And basically, we'll see it from a trading perspective as of Monday morning, June the 10th. But so I think Nvidia is worth keeping an eye on. In that sector, I mentioned Taiwan Semiconductor. I think we have to watch that for sure. Just because with all the military activity happening around Taiwan, it's likely to it's going to be impacted one way or the other. Tesla, of course. Tesla has always been, sort of an active mover and in play. It's been making good moves off the open the last few days. and or last few weeks, maybe I should say. Yesterday was no exception. It had
Yeah.
some good moves yesterday. Other than that, a couple of earnings from last night that I was going to mention to you. Let's see, I got to get trading terminal here. Intuit, INTU, had earnings after the close. Typically doesn't get great trading volume, but sometimes, every once in a while,
What's
it's worth keeping an
what's the
eye
ticker
on.
on that one, Peter?
INTU.
What's the ticker? Yep.
I
Okay.
INTU. You're not hearing me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
All
hear you.
right.
I got you. Yeah, I hear
Okay.
you.
INTU. Anyway, so they basically beat their last quarter numbers. This is another AI adjacent play. That being said, like they beat their numbers. It actually looked good. I'm a little perplexed as to why they're dropping this morning, because it looked like they basically had a good quarter and raised their guidance. So why are they dropping? I'm not really sure. So that feels like it's something that might be worth keeping an eye on, just because I'm confused by it. The other one that that had earnings that from last night was Workday, W Day. Good old workday.com. They love to advertise.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of money advertising, and I don't know if it's worth it. We talked about them a little while ago, how they like to hire rock stars recently, right? they're paying
Yeah,
they're
yeah, and the
paying
ads. Yeah.
in their ads, yeah. So but anyways, they had earnings after the close yesterday. In this case, I understand why it's dropping. They didn't have a bad quarter, but they cut their outlook, and specifically their sales outlook, despite having a good quarter this past quarter, which means it's going to get very bad because they're actually over their forecast so far. And if
Mm.
they're cutting their forecast, that means they're expecting things to drop pretty significantly. So you may see fewer ads. Feels like that's the first thing they got to cut, right? Some of that advertising budget. Can't afford to pay those rock stars anymore if your guidance is that weak. But
Yeah,
anyways,
if you're not
that
making money, yeah. Yeah.
that's the other one that I was watching for earnings yesterday. Uh, Aside from that, this morning, like I said, pretty light. Coca-Cola Europe had earnings. We don't normally watch that at all. CCEP. Remember, we watch KO is Coca-Cola, like the one we normally watch. Coca-Cola North
Right,
America, but
right.
CCEP had earnings. Look at the volume. I mean, no volume, zero volume, pretty much,
Yeah,
like
it's nothing happened here.
774
Yeah.
shares. So, but anyways, so no earnings today. So that's really all I had.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. So other than, again, Tesla, semiconductors, and um, I don't know, and that's it.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Okay.
I got nothing else.
Excellent. No worries.
I mean, look at
Friends,
your
hit that
list,
thumbs up
Carlos.
over on YouTube.
You got PDD,
One
and that's it.
secondary. Yeah,
Yeah.
one on the secondary. So yeah, friends, over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Helps us out a bunch as we get to our goal of 300. I know it's a slow Friday. People are getting ready for the holiday weekend, man. Memorial Day is going to be very,
Oh,
very nice.
that's
We're
right.
off Monday. Oh
I
yeah, man. We
forgot.
are rocking and
So,
rolling. So looking forward to
so
that. Got so
it
much
was a
plans for this
holiday.
weekend. Do you, Peter, do you guys in Canada have something similar? Because I feel like I used to work with a
Well,
Canadian company, and every time we had a holiday, you guys had a holiday that was not the same, but it was like, come on, you're doing the same holiday we are, like Boxing Day. So what do you guys
well,
got on Monday?
so you have Memorial Day on Monday. We've got nothing. This
Right?
past Monday was a holiday. It's what we
Yeah.
call. Remember, we talked about this. It's what we call the May 24 holiday. And
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah. Yeah.
normally when you get a 24 pack of beer, or a slab if you're in Australia, or a case if you're in the US. Here we like to call it a 2-4. So it was a May 2-4 weekend, and we had a holiday this past Monday. So again, it's one of these mixed holidays. So I'll get a day off when everyone else is working. So I guess we'll see
Yeah.
what I do with it. Maybe I'll go play some pickleball.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so it will be a lot of fun this weekend. Could be the reason why some of the slowness you are seeing in the market right now. But I think once the bell rings, our usual suspect, AMD, Nvidia, are going to be doing some
Uh,
fun stuff.
but
All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, go ahead.
You do make a good point, Carlos, about that volume. So heading into a long weekend, often you do get lower volume, especially in the afternoon. So keep that in mind. Um, we may see volumes drop off, which means that it doesn't mean you can't get moves. In fact, lower volume can often get you a little more erratic moves, but you just got to be careful because they're less predictable, less consistent with the patterns you might normally expect because of that lower volume. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, friends, let's get to what you guys have this morning. I saw a couple of you on our chat and also on YouTube throw out this ticker here. I just lost it. Just had it. What was it? It's a new one I haven't seen, so I'm looking forward to looking at it. Lost it in the stream here. Somebody could throw it back out there. What was it?
Oh my God.
All right, I
We're
get it. In the
throwing
meantime, I
everybody off.
see. Yeah,
We keep
let's
getting
look at
every time
Baba.
somebody joins in the
Yeah.
chat room, they're like, "There's no audio." All right, we got
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. Don't worry about that. Let the moderators worry about that. I send them a message, guys. Take care of that so we can focus on the show. It's only for one day. I get it. It's different, but it'll be fine. All right, guys. So yeah, I wouldn't even worry about that. Let's look at Baba here. Baba, we are pretty much. What's the volume? Baba 6.4 million shares traded. That is
Yeah,
that is a lot. What? That's probably transactions. You can
but
see some weird action here on the 5 minute too. Um,
yeah, like you said, you can't
see it
really
right on
find
here.
it on the chart. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of block sales going on behind the scenes, but yeah, some funny business right at 8 o'clock. Like I said, the Chinese stocks, I think they're like they could be in play again because of Chinese aggression towards Taiwan, but we just don't know when things are going to happen, right? Like again, it could be completely
yeah,
quiet
yeah,
throughout the market day today, or things could go crazy. So be really careful in this sector. These are the ones where they present opportunity, but you got to be careful and like sort of constantly ready to take advantage.
yeah, yeah. All right, friends. It looks interesting. I'm gonna add Baba here just because that massive volume. We haven't seen that before. As far as without the
I,
volume, it looks horrible today. It's not really doing anything, but
I,
I want to watch it.
I
I want
think
to see
you
if
got to
anything comes
put
out of it.
Nvidia. You got to put Nvidia on your main watch list, right?
Oh, of course.
In
Oh,
the
yeah,
last
yeah,
few
yeah.
days,
I'm sure somebody's gonna
1.4 million
is gonna
shares this
mention it
morning. I
here.
mean, yeah, it's moving with
Yeah,
volume.
yeah. And I could see so many people mentioning Nvidia, and of course we're gonna watch Nvidia. I mean, it's just it's insane. It's been so fun to trade, and also AMD. I mean, Nvidia was trying to hold the market up yesterday, couldn't. But if you guys remember, AMD massive landslide here, man. This was awesome. Apple, everything just selling off. I think Nvidia was the only thing that was left green on my screen. Everything else was in a bloodbath. So I'll add AMD in here as well. Continue to look at our chat here. QQQs. Yeah, you could watch the overall market as well. Spies and all of
Wow.
that. You could take a look at that. But we normally just look at I don't put out my trading watch list, but I do keep an eye on it, right? So I do that as well. Um over in
I see
our
someone
YouTube
mentioned
chat.
VSTM.
What's that? VSTN.
VSTM.
Yeah. Yeah,
They're
it's
down.
brutal.
Look at this. They've lost two-thirds of their value almost, down 60% this morning. Not good
Yeah.
news. So this is the risk of biotechs, right? This is the biotech that was relying on an oncology drug that just yesterday they were talking about trying to get. They're talking about positive uh, safety results from their drug, and they're seeking FDA accelerated approval. And then this morning we hear that 12 patients experienced serious adverse conditions as a result of the drug. And look what happened. So, yeah, it's not good. Carlos, you need to ask your question.
Who's getting fired?
There you
you
go.
know,
That's the one.
who is
That's the
getting
one.
fired? Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's getting fired. Yeah,
Um,
it's not a good day over there.
oh, well, that's interesting. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I don't like this. This looks messy. Is our garbage truck working? Let's see if our garbage truck is working today. It's the first time
Ooh,
we test our garbage truck. It's so funny. As we're working with our program guy,
garbage truck.
the one thing we wanted to make sure is
Hey.
that this was working. We wanted to make sure that that was working out of everything. So
All right.
there you go. All right. Here, hit the clear button. There it is, and it's gone. Ah,
Is
beautiful
that the
thing.
only garbage truck we have? Do we have Elon? Do
He
we have
has.
Elon
I sent him
floating down the
everything.
river?
He has everything. He has
Yeah.
everything. He might not have it as
Oh,
a
there.
hotkey
Oh,
yet, but there it
wow.
is.
Full screen,
We
Elon.
got it, man.
Look at that. Oh
We
wow,
we
this is
didn't worry too
fun. You
much.
can just like throw things out,
Yeah.
and suddenly things happen. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Now
absolutely.
he's just throw. How about something
He's
we've never
got the
seen
whole
before?
thing, man.
Have you got random ones in there? What else? What else? This is fun
He
for
might have
us.
some. Oh, this is
Now we're like
amazing. It's gonna be
now
a
we're really
great
throwing it. All
upgrade for
right.
us guys. Yeah.
It's weird
All
having
right, guys.
a support team. I like it.
Let's get to Yeah, yeah. Let's get to what else you guys like over on the YouTube chat. So I'm looking at MRUS. A lot of you guys mentioned this one very early on. Let's take a look here. This is up 18%, 154,000 shares traded. It looks messy to me. I feel like this is not one that's going to trade very well. I don't like the pre-market action. I
Yeah.
definitely don't like the daily on this. If you look at the daily, it's really very messy. This was yesterday. Yeah, I don't like it. So I'll leave it alone, guys. I know it is up 18%. That looks pretty, but I don't like it, man. You, Peter?
Yeah, it's dual traded, I'm guessing, anyways, because it is a biotech out of the Netherlands. Looks like they did have some positive results on an early phase one trial for a drug, but um, I don't, yeah, I don't like it either.
Yeah, I don't like that. There it is, ROST. That's the one I was thinking about earlier because it was somebody mentioned it in our chat room and somebody mentioned it also in the YouTube here. So Ross stores, the retail store that they're, I don't think they're here in the Northeast, but I know they're down in the South and I think the middle of the country. Peter, are they up there by
Mm,
you? This Ross
no,
stores, or is it like a down south,
no, I've
down
never heard of
west? Yeah. Okay.
But
So
we have
they're
had
here. They
earnings.
normally don't trade very well. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've had earnings out of this sector all week. And Ross Stores, I guess, is the latest. They did have earnings after the close. Not one of the ones I was tracking clearly, but it looks like they had a decent quarter because they boost their guidance and their full year forecast after having a positive quarter. So, yeah, some good news for Ross Stores, and they are gapping up, but doesn't look like a good trader.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like it. A few times I looked, not the few times, the many times I looked at this stock, it never did anything that I like. So I will leave it alone. MRUS, we looked at it, so nothing going on there. Shopify, man, might be interesting. They had earnings already, right? So let's see how they're doing so far right now. They're quiet,
Uh,
man, really, really quiet. So I don't see anything really going on here. Their daily looks good for a possible support area if they can't get the volume. But right now they're pretty quiet. So
yeah,
all right, let's
they had
take a look
earnings a couple
here.
weeks ago. The latest news in
Yeah.
Shopify, just as a reminder, was the judgment against them for the patent infraction. Sorry, that they infringement. That's the word I'm looking for. That anyways, that they got overturned out of Delaware, but nothing new on Shopify.
Yeah, I agree. I like it here. Mm, okay. Yeah, I like Shopify for sure, as far as the daily goes. But to add it to my list as far as trading, I don't like it. They gave us a couple of great days, but overall, everything's just been overshadowed, man, by Nvidia and AMD. So that's kind of been taking the kind of like the our attention really. All right, heading over to our YouTube chat, CLSK. Let's take a look here. CLSK. Nothing happening there. What is Bitcoin up to? I know they
Yeah, it's
passed
at the
the
low end of its
yeah,
range here. Remember, it was up over 70,000, up around 72 at the beginning of the week. Now it's down towards the tail end of that, the gains that it had made. So it's not really in trouble if you look at the daily, right? See how it's got that 1 day candle, and then it's been losing it over the rest of the week. So I look, this moves on the weekends, right? Nights and weekends is when Bitcoin likes to move. So we're probably going to be pretty quiet out of all of the Maras, the Clean Spark, the Riot, all the blockchain type companies.
yeah, yeah. Um, I know there was a bill that was passed about regulating Bitcoin right after FTS. So I think that was passed. I think it was yesterday. It passed one of the stages through Congress or whatever, the House. I'm not sure yet. So maybe that could be affecting it, right? Well, everybody wants regulation when things are not going bad. Bad when things are going bad in their favor, and obviously you're seeing that now. People get involved, but I don't see a lot of movement today. we'll have to wait for the market open, see if there's anything happening here. But you know what will be fun though? Coming back on Tuesday, they're gonna have 3 days where this thing will probably keep trading and doing some stuff, and they tend to do pretty good stuff during the weekend. So we'll see where it goes. All right, that's it, friends. What else? Nobody mentioned Tesla yet. We'll look at Tesla
I
this
did.
morning.
I sort of
Look at.
mentioned it quickly in
Oh, you
passing.
mentioned it earlier. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
Uh,
add it. Tesla looks good.
Tesla's sort of
700,000
just
shares traded.
you
Pretty
know, a
flat.
constant, right? Like,
Yeah.
um, you know, interesting. Some of the news, there was news on Tesla this morning, sort of, right? It's almost indirect news. Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
like asking Elon, so with all the tensions in China, are you still planning to build the big battery factory? Because they were talking about building one in Shanghai. And he's like, yeah, you know, plans are still happening. You know, international markets are international markets. I mean, they do have big business in China. So, you know, who knows what's going to happen to all of these companies that rely on Chinese exports or manufacturing. But you know, Tesla's be along with them, right? I mean, they're not alone in this. There's a lot of companies that are going to be impacted if you know trade tensions and international economic sanctions start to occur. I don't know, like the markets could get ugly. But for now, right, just everybody's trying to stay calm and we're waiting, seeing what's going to happen.
Yeah, I like Tesla. Daily looks good too. I'm going to add it on here as well. Let's take a look at Apple's another one that had a nice sell off yesterday, also. And again, we'll see what it does today. Pretty quiet. I think today people are getting ready to just hit their weekend. Started early. They might have started yesterday to avoid the traffic. I hear the number of travel, man, that the airlines are reporting are like all time highs for this weekend. So that is good. People are traveling and moving around. But yeah, I like Apple. I'm going to put it on here. Doesn't look great right now, but I think they'll get the volume and hopefully we can see something happening today. All right, friends. So right now on my list, we'll keep it here. I got Nvidia, I got AMD, I got Tesla, I got Apple. Secondary list, I got PDD and Baba, and we'll see what those look like for a play here. Again, Bob with 7 million shares, probably a couple of just trading transactions being recorded there, but the pre-market looks very very ugly and interesting at the same time. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right, Peter, let's go to you. Let's look at what we have coming up for the following week as we get our community events rocking and rolling.
Yeah, so we had a good week this week with lots of things happening. Next week, we've got another full slate of activities. Starting on Monday, always with the onboarding class. That's how we get the week kicked off um, to get everybody oriented, especially those that have joined over the weekend. So if you've just joined recently into the chat room and you want to get familiar with all that you can get out of your membership, then please join our onboarding class. Happens at 8 o'clock. Carlos leads that. It's in the onboarding room. And it's a great opportunity to get your questions answered and to well, you know, join in with some fellow new members and sort of get familiar. Tuesdays we focus on strategy and trade book. Next Tuesday we've got I thought we had a team up with oh no, it's maybe not. That's something different. Oh yeah, that's right. Anyways, Eamon is leading a Tuesday session on how to develop an ABCD trade book. So we'll talk about ABCD pattern trading, how you can build a trade book around it and use it as a strategy in your portfolio. Note that that's an early time. Normally we do all of these at 8 p.m. Next week's on May the 28th will be at 5 p.m. So put that in your calendar. That's only an hour after the market close next Tuesday. The Tuesday after, June the 4th, Megan will be taking the lead and talking about how you can use a small account to trade and how you maximize doing that, because you need to trade a little bit differently if you're going to use a small account. And she'll talk about how you can make that beneficial for your trading. Wednesdays, we focus on psychology. And this coming Wednesday, this is where the team up happens. Mike and Eamon are working together to present the Wednesday webinar. So we get Eamon twice in a row, Tuesday and Wednesday, which means both of those are at 5 o'clock. So early times next week, okay? And they're going to focus on the trading mindset, how you can set up a support network to help you sort of through your trading journey. That will again be an early time next week at 5 p.m. So Tuesday and Wednesday, early times. The week after, Wednesday, June the 5th, regular time, 8 o'clock with Dr. Kenneth Reed, talking about all you need is one good entry. So if you know The One Good Trade by Mike Bellafiore, good book, worth picking up, Dr. Kenneth Reed will be on that vein, right? How you take advantage of one good entry to make your day work. All right, Thursdays. Like yesterday, Thursdays are all about mentorship. We have 4 different mentorship sessions that happen every Thursday, starting at 11 o'clock with John's session. Then we move to the options trading, which happens at 2 with Jared and Megan. At 4 p.m., right at market close, Lenny takes over and gives you his advice and support. And then, of course, as always, we close out the day with the Thursday mentorship that will be happening at 8 p.m. on Thursday. So there you go. Those are the sessions that we got throughout next week and the week after. Hopefully, you'll put those in your calendar. If you want information that's always available, go to tradingterminal.com. They sponsor the pre-market show, and we use their information to give us all the data we need to make this show work, right? So go there. You can get the economic news, the calendar of events. We got a replay mode. We got a live simulator you can use over the course of the day. The scanning software and the scanners are great because they give you information that you need throughout the day and can tell you what's moving, especially a day like today where you don't have a big list. You can call up the scanners. They're pre-configured out of the box that you can use, or you can configure them however you want. They're really quite flexible. It's quite an amazing tool, especially considering it's free. So check out tradingterminal.com. And if you want to join us at Bear Bull Traders, we've got a number of membership options for you, starting with our intro offer. By the way, I've been talking about the intro offer. It's even a better deal than I've been telling you about. Frankly, if you use the YouTube, will post it in there for you if our moderators can do that. Basically, it's $1, just $1. We charge $1 just to make sure we don't get all of those spammers and bots and stuff in the room. But for $1, you can get access to the room, and it really is a great deal. So hopefully you'll take advantage of that. And you get the full week. Use the code, right, bearbulltraders.com/YouTube to take advantage of that $1 deal, access to the room. You really can't go wrong, right? See what it's like being part of the community. And if you love it, then maybe you'll join using the basic or elite monthly packages, or you can, of course, join using the elite annual if you really want to dive deep and be with us for a full year. We would love that. So, all right, those are our different membership options. We still have people joining the room. My goodness, and everybody's still asking. We're really throwing all of our members for a loop today, but that's all right. We'll get the sound fixed for Monday, hopefully. All right, Carlos, back to you. Let's set some levels and get ready for the open. What time
Let's not worry about the sound. They'll be fine. It's one day, guys. I know it's a pain. I get it. It's one day. We'll be fine. If we don't do this, we can't progress. We can't improve, right? We're gonna have this, or we stay the same and fall behind and everybody else, right? So we got to do this. So be patient with us, guys. I know it's a pain, but just it's one day. It's okay. All right, guys. What we got going on here? Some more stuff popping up in our gappers list. CADL. Wait, what's this CADL gapping up? Yes, it was. All right. So yeah,
Well,
it was. It was gapping up. And now it's down. So that happened very quickly. Down 11%. Still looks messy. Hard to borrow on it as well. So again, I don't really like it as much. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look here. Jax, another one on our gappers list. I'm gonna take a look at one more. JAGX. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, that looks messy. No, that is garbage truck status there. So I don't like that. Yeah, pretty nasty. We won't look at that. All right, friends, let's take a look here. There's our garbage truck coming right in for that one. So there it is, friends. All right, let's get some levels in place, guys. I'll start with NVIDIA. Remember, today we're trading live. Peter, who's doing live today? Is it Lenny or Pierre? Who's
well,
doing
all
live?
this
Who's
week it
scheduled for
was
today?
Pierre who was scheduled, and then Lenny's got all of next week.
Oh, because we had Lenny yesterday, so I thought it was like back
I
and forth or
know that.
something. Okay,
So they might have switched up, but that was the schedule. So honestly, I
nice.
don't know. We'll find out.
Okay, we'll be
It's mystery
surprised.
to me.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll be surprised who it is. So this is what I'll do. I'll send them both the new links so they can join here. If you guys are hearing us, you're gonna get a link in your inbox so you can join. And Brian trading live this morning. So those two guys will be on. All right, perfect, guys. Get some levels in place here. Looking at our daily charts. Pre-market high for Nvidia, which has been awesome. 1052. Look at that there. It's just insane. 1052.75 is our pre-market high this morning. 92 to be exact as far as cents. Towards the bottom, pre-market low this morning, we're looking at 1025.65. We'll slam one there. And once you do that, you're pretty much all set. There's nothing else towards the top or bottom. You're sitting here at new all-time highs. There's nothing really to go by. You can go to the left here and start picking off some numbers as far as our most recent all-time highs at 970 71-ish or so, right in that area. But outside of that, you really don't have a whole lot of levels. Another way to kind of fill in levels in this area here, we can head over to the left and we can start by putting some levels from yesterday's market action. So if we come in here and we look at some of the pre-market and after hours, we do see some right here at 972. I'm sorry, 997. That might be worth marking down. You see a little bit of resistance and then some support resistance happening there. So more support at that 997. 23. I don't know if we're heading back down there, guys. I mean, this stock is very, very strong. Be cautious with thinking that it should be a sell-off or something happening. They're making so much money that the sell-off is not it's not in their books for right now, right? So be very cautious thinking short on this. It's the only stock yesterday on my list that was green, very well in the green, opposed to the big sell-off that we had. So that is Nvidia for us. AMD on the other hand, heading downwards. We had a big, nice red day yesterday. Today, highs and lows of the last two trading days. Doing a pretty good job there. I am going to mark down 165.94 on this. That looks good. Our pre-market highest was over at 162.42, so we'll slam one there, as you can see here. And then towards the bottom, we do have a level around 161.10. So I'm going to mark that there. Our pre-market low is pretty much the previous day close is at. So again, I think that's pretty good as far as that goes. All right, let's take a look here at Tesla, guys. Tesla this morning, we are looking at our pre-market high is 174.92. So we'll slam one there. And then towards the bottom, we're looking at the previous day close, pretty much where the low of the pre-market is. You can see that right on this. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm just going to use the pre-market, the previous day close as the level that we have on here. So we'll leave that there. And then below that low from yesterday's highs, if we look to the bottom, we're going to look right over here, guys. This is going to be 171.70, 171.85. So we'll slam one there as well. And that looks pretty good. All right, let's take a look at the next one is Apple. So Apple pretty quiet, like really quiet. Only 348,000 shares traded so far. We're going to mark down 188.65 on there. We're also going to mark down 187.14 towards the bottom there. And then if we look to the left, we're just kind of stuck between some of these highs and lows for the last two trading days. I mean, there's really not a whole lot happening. 189.42, we'll slam one there. And then towards the bottom of that, I think we are pretty much a set. Previous day close, highs and lows for the last two trading days. I think you're set when it goes towards the bottom there. All right, friends, there we have it. Nvidia, AMD, Tesla, and Apple looking pretty good this morning. Again, some really quiet. It's a quiet day so far, the way things are starting out. Overall market, we take a quick look at the SPY right now. We are, again, quiet, just overall getting ready to start our weekend here. So there you have it. Right, let's head over to our members and see what our moderators have this morning. So let's take a look here. We got our moderators list up this morning, and we'll dive in to see what's going on there today. Peter, anything else that you'd like this morning that maybe we haven't mentioned before we get to our moderators list?
Uh, Something I want to mention again. So we keep talking about, we'll sort of have the sound fix for Monday. I guess it'll be Tuesday. So keep in mind, Monday is a
Tuesday,
holiday.
yes.
Markets are closed, right? No trading Monday, no events Monday. What about the onboarding class, Carlos? Are we doing that Monday?
It's a good question. No, I'm not. I'm going to be probably half in the bag, so that will be on Tuesday for sure. For sure. There's
Okay.
so much plans
All
this
right.
weekend,
So I
so that'll be
announced
on
earlier
Tuesday.
our schedule of activities that normally Monday we do the onboarding. So we got to keep in mind that's going to be moved till Tuesday. I went into like automatic mode there, right? And even though we said that there was
Peter,
a
you've been
holiday.
doing this
So
for so long. You've been doing this for so
I
long that it's
know.
kind of just
So
engraved. Yeah,
all
don't
right, so
blame me,
that'll
man.
be
Don't blame
Tuesday
me.
at 7 o'clock, probably, Carlos, right? Because we have the webinar at 8. So Tuesday at 7, we'll do the onboarding class. We'll confirm that for
Yeah.
you next week. But no, it will not be Monday. Monday's just a day off. Enjoy it. If you want to be like Carlos, you can be half or fully in that bag, kicking around. So there you go.
Oh man,
Enjoy the
absolutely,
bag.
it's gonna be fun, man. Enjoy the bag. All right, friends. Moderators list coming up here. So we have Eamon. Eamon is the first
Oh
one.
yeah.
Yeah. So he's looking at potential
Jeez.
longs today. Affirm and Bank of America. Mike will be looking at Nvidia and Tesla this morning, and I can bring this over, guys, here so you can see it. Right. Oh, never mind. It's there. There we go. And we'll switch like that so you don't get that nasty thing there. All right, so we're looking at Eamon, Affirm, Bank of America, and Mike looking at Nvidia, Tesla. Thor looking at AMD, Nvidia, Tesla futures as well. Megan will be looking at AMD, Tesla. Pierre on his list has AMD, Nvidia, and Apple. And Pierre, are you or Lenny coming on this morning? I'm gonna send you guys the link if you're ready to do that. But yeah, you can see them; they're all set right on there. And for Peter, no SPACs, no IPOs for this beautiful Friday. Your list today is going to be AMD, Tesla, Nvidia. Secondary list TSM and trading terminal scanners for Peter. Lenny, you'll be looking at Nvidia, Tesla, Baba, and Workday, and then Brian, AMD, Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, and MRUS for Brian this morning, who's going to be taking you through the market open. It will be Lenny today. All right, Lenny. So here you go. We'll send you that right there so you can log into the show. Perfect. All right, friends. Brian and Lenny are up next. So hang on tight as we do the transition. Guys, once you're on, say good morning, and we'll be ready to rock and roll here. And what we'll do is I'll work on trying to get the sound back into the room, but we'll do that once I get off the show here.
Yeah, we need to do that for live trading if we can.
Yeah. All right, so we are set. Guys, for stay tuned. We are going to be trading live, but have an amazing weekend as we go to this long weekend here. Remember, we are off
Yeah.
Monday, so we'll be back on Tuesday. Our boarding class going to be on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Right, so nothing happening Monday. You get a day off to relax and hang with family. Trade
Well,
safe out there. It's looking pretty light right now, really light. So
yeah,
don't force
it's
anything.
very late. So trade smart.
Yeah.
And as Mike reminded me, Carlos, see, like I can't even keep anything straight. Tuesday, the class is early because Eamon's delivering it at 5, so you could do it at 8 even if you want. Anyways,
Oh,
we'll
beautiful. Oh,
confirm
yeah.
that
Look
on
at that.
Tuesday.
That works. That works.
Confirm it on Tuesday. All right.
All right. Tuesday morning, we'll confirm for you guys. All right, excellent, friends. Guys,
Indeed.
if you haven't done so, as we wait for Brian and Lane to hop on, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We really appreciate it. We love hitting our goals. I don't even know where we're at today, but we love being above 300 if we can. It really helps the channel a lot. As you can see, we're working on the graphics. We're working on with the back-end team to make things better. Yes, there are some hiccups, but we trust me, we're going to iron those out. At least we're trying here, right? So 254, really appreciate it. We'd love to be at 300 if we can. We have 906 people watching. That is awesome. That is awesome. I know a lot of our members are from the channel are joining us. So thank you guys for doing that and being patient with us, but really appreciate it. Really nice. So help us hit those likes and get over that 300 mark would be awesome. Brian, Lenny, are you guys ready to rock and roll? Nope, not yet. All right, we'll wait for our guys to work on their connections there. All right, Lenny has this link. Very good. 300. Yeah, right. 300. We get 300. Let's see. Awesome. You guys are great, man. Thank you for that. Pretty nice. Yeah, 316. How about that? 219,000 subscribers. We had a monster month in May. And our marketing team, everybody's just helping out. And you guys, right? You guys coming in, tuning in. So really appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Yeah, have a great weekend, guys. Excellent. All right, we're just waiting for Brian and Lenny to get some audio
Am I
and
on?
visuals. I don't
Hello?
have them in yet, but once they do, we'll switch over to them.
Carlos, can you hear me?
Let's see here. I hear you. Yeah,
Carlos.
I got you.
Okay. All right. NVIDIA, guys, take a look. Interesting. We don't talk about this a lot, or at least I haven't for the last little while. 8 a.m., you get what we like to call the tinfoil line. It's a little bit of an inside joke where you typically get a big candle. But notice how the 8 o'clock candle set a high and low range for the pre-market. And we're moving right towards that low range of the pre-market. So that sets an interesting trading range here for me. $10 wide from about 1,043 to 1,053. And I think NVIDIA is worth watching. If it breaks outside of that range, it could be fun this morning. So we'll see what it does. And Tesla, like we talked about, it's so consistent. We're gapping up barely on Tesla a little bit this morning. Let's see if it breaks down like it has the last little while here on Tesla, because we are at the bottom end of yesterday's trading range, or at least towards that bottom end. So we'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to keep an eye on that.
All right, excellent. So Brian's got his link there, ready to rock and roll. So we're going to be getting some screens directly from Brian too. So that's going to be fun to be able to see him direct and get some quality screen share from his end also. Brian, is that you? Good morning. Thought I heard something, but it's guess not him.
Hear me?
Yeah, we gotta
Oh,
get
it's
them
Lenny.
going.
Lenny's you.
Yes. But can you hear me?
Good
Can you see
morning,
me?
Lenny. How you doing? We
All
can hear
good.
you. I can't see you, but we can hear you.
Okay.
We'll
Okay,
switch over
perfect.
to you in
So
a second. Yeah.
awesome.
All right, here we go,
So
guys. All right, and Brian should be on in a second as well. We'll,
Let's hope.
we'll get Brian. Yeah, let's hope.
I'll be
Brian,
sharing
good
my
morning. Are you on, my friend?
I'll be sharing my screen in a bit. So you
Yeah,
guys can't
absolutely,
see
man.
me yet.
Do it. So here, yeah, we got you. We got you nice
You
and
can also
neat
see
there.
me right now.
Yeah, we see you. We see you. We hear you.
Perfect. Perfect. Awesome. Then I'm
Yep.
going to share my screen and we can.
All right.
Not
Lenny,
a
what do you
lot
like
of
this morning so
open.
far?
Excuse me?
What do you like this morning so far?
So far, yeah, I think it's going to be could be very interesting. See yesterday the big sell-off in SPY. What do I have? First of all, I got Baba. I think Baba could be. It's not really in play, even though there's a lot of volume in the pre-market. 10 million shares traded, probably like a big order or something else. But it seems to be very extended on the daily chart. Yesterday, it already seemed to find a little bit of support, and now it seems to be that there might be some buying pressure yesterday and in the pre-market. Where did I see it again? So I think Baba could potentially for long. I think Tesla could also be interesting, low of the daily range. Pre-market range was pretty tight, but I'll be waiting for Brian a bit. But I think Tesla could also be interesting for a bounce. Pre-market range was trading in a range of $1 with a $7 ATR, low of the range, so it could be interesting. Of course, Nvidia, it's a second day
Yeah,
play.
yeah. Yeah,
But I
got
think
that one as well. That looks good to me.
could definitely move, right? I'm not having clear bias. It definitely looks stronger than the rest, but it might also be some selling pressure. So just be looking if we can see a very beautiful pattern, beautiful price action happening. I also have some stocks in play with earnings, stocks who are actually don't have so much average daily volume, but they have a very beautiful gap up. Pre-market, post-market could be something. Looks directional in, for example, PEGJS, but the ATR is lower than 50 cent. Average daily volume is a little bit low, so 9 out of 20 times or 9 out of 10 times I won't be trading it, but could perhaps be something. Same with ROST, daily range gap up, post-market,
Yeah,
pre-market
yeah,
strong, and I got workday gap up. Post-market looked weak. Pre-market potentially strong, but might already be extended because it already made a move up. But there's some room to move. It's now in the middle of, I don't want to say nowhere, but gapped up, down. So that's what I have for today.
Okay, awesome. I'll let you guys do it. Brian, good morning to you. You guys rock and roll, and we'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend.
All right.
Hey,
Good morning,
Brian.
everybody.
Good morning.
How's everyone doing this morning? It's Friday. It's a long weekend coming up, so it's going to be probably a bit of a good session, but I'm sure there'll be lots of action at the open as usual, and we'll see where things go from there.
I agree. There's like
So,
relative low volume in the big technology stocks. Apple 360K shares traded, Google only 100K, Microsoft it's really low as you mentioned.
all right. Q is not moving much. SPY is not moving much yet. because we didn't have
No.
really anything. Excuse me, any economic data really to move the markets around. So we do have consumer sentiment number at 10 a.m. We might get a bit of a move on that. Apple is starting to break out here. It's looking like it might be a good mover as we get into as we open up here.
Yes, Apple just broke out of its previous pre-market high. So far, a convincing candle. I could see Tesla being strong after the open, but let's see. Workday just had a big sell-off since the last 3 minutes, so that makes it for me less interesting for a long, because I think if it's really strong, there won't be such a big sell-off right before the market opens. But we are about to open in 30 seconds, so all of you guys enjoy.
Yeah, good luck. Have a good day, everybody.
Yes.
Spying cues
indeed.
are popping up here. So biggest one-day drop this year in the Dow yesterday. So kind of an interesting way to go into the end of the week. But here we go. And we're off and running.
That was a big sell-off indeed yesterday.
Yeah, big little bit of a pullback here in NVIDIA. Just watching AMD, watching Tesla and Apple.
Apple, Tesla both making a pullback. Baba is not open yet. The NICE stock could also always take a couple of minutes before the volume comes in. No volume. So far, pretty calm.
Yeah, so far pretty calm. Took a small position on Apple at 188.50. I'm just going to see if it starts to push higher here. Tesla's at PDC.
An RVOL of 46% in Apple. That's really low, but can definitely be bottoming here right now. The previous pre-market high. Tesla just bounced off the yesterday close.
Yeah.
Tesla could be still be interesting. Now double bottom here. That's definitely a strong sign. And we're still in the low of the daily range. Could be interesting. Still a relative tight range. $1 with $7 ATR. So let's see how it will develop. Still premature.
Okay, I'm out of Apple at 188.60, 57.5. Just I'm not really sure if it's going to go. It does look like it's going to. Shit, it's going to go now. Excuse my French.
So we're Tesla's now going. I think Tesla would definitely been an interesting entry here, good entry, the pre-market high.
back long Apple.
Retest is always
There we
welcome.
go. It's going. I think it's going to push through 189 here. Yeah, not a lot of movement here in anything to speak of.
Tesla so far relative low volume in this pullback candle, retesting the pre-market high. So far still interesting, but we need, I think, more confirmation.
As I said, I'm back long Apple on that breakout from VWAP. There's 189.
Yeah, Apple.
Just selling some here, 189.15.
Nice one. Nice convincing candles in Apple.
Yeah.
I'm planning to wait for the 5-minute ORB today to see if I see a nice 5-minute opening range to break out from. So what else do we got?
Hey, we got 5 minutes in to the trading day. If you're looking for opening range breakouts, nothing really yet. AMD kind of struggling. This Apple's down, coming back. I'm doing a bit of a pullback here.
Apple retesting the opening range.
Wow, what the heck was that? Wow, big drop on Apple. Got out of it. Yeah. Wow. They just pulled the bid on it. Wow, did that ever drop fast? Okay, now I'm back to flat on that trade just because got out some of it at 189, but then took me back down below my. Look at it drop! Wow, Nvidia's
now it's
dropping
flashing hard. It's rejecting indeed.
Yeah.
I think so far Nvidia looks more weaker than the rest of the tech names. Let's see how it holds compared with AMD and MU. Okay, more or less similar. Nvidia breaking down now.
Ugly. Yeah, Nvidia's gone red on the day.
Tesla just bottomed, made a triple bottom at the pre-market high. I think Tesla
looks
interesting.
Could be interesting.
I think, yeah, this time.
Tesla's got a big ask at 176.
Trying Tesla for a long.
Yeah, I'm long
5 minute.
Tesla as well here. Let's see if we get a breakout. I'm at oh, here we go. Nice. I'm in at
Nvidia breaking
176.
down now.
Got 175.55.
Silver price actually looks pretty strong on Tesla. Let's see how it will develop.
Yeah, let's see if we can break out here. I'm gonna sell some at 176 just in case we get another flush. We got like from Apple, but let's see where we go from here.
So what is Nvidia doing? They made like a 5 minute opening range breakdown, confirmed with a close below it, made a new low. But there might also be a lot of support still Nvidia, so therefore I don't really like it.
Okay, I'm out of Tesla. It's back at my break even again. Kind of a not a great trade, but at least made some money on it.
That's nice. Very nice.
Everything's really choppy.
I'm out Tesla as well.
Yeah, it pulled back in.
How about Apple?
Yeah, Apple's breaking down.
Interesting
Trying a
wedge. You see
long,
like the higher lows and the lower highs. Trying a
trying
long
a
in
long AMD, just at 162. See if we can. Looks like it wants to maybe break out. Nvidia's coming back up. Here we go. I'm looking at 163 possible for AMD.
AMD now breaking pre-market high.
Yeah,
Definitely made a
come on.
move up.
going to sell some here at 44, 162, 44. Just again, it just doesn't seem like there's a lot of there certainly isn't a lot of buyers hanging around. It just seems like these breakouts don't really have any conviction.
Usually, I always like to trade the big gaps, gap up or gap down, but it's
Yeah,
hard to find a gap up now. If there's the yesterday we had such a big sell-off, and with AMD now breaking out, breaking high of the day, very
here we
nice.
go.
Tesla could also still be strong. Question is, will it try it again? Very low volume in Tesla at the moment. So I'll be patient.
What's Google doing something here? Google's kind of chopped. Google took a big drop too. Now coming back up. Apple might bounce here as well.
Tesla breaking out. You can really see the buying pressure here.
Tesla again. I don't trust Tesla.
Yeah. Not a big fan of the low volume bars at 42, 942, 943. But we're now getting a 50-minute opening range. Retesting now. So are you still in AMD?
Yep, there you go. I'm just sold some at 163 in that for the pop.
Nice one. Nice retest at the pre-market high. Low volume in the pullback on AMD.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful retest.
Nice little kind of a double bottom there.
Tesla now going as well.
Still holding some here. Yeah, Tesla's going back up again. Got a lot of bids here on NVIDIA, or not NVIDIA, AMD. We've got some more bids up here at 164, 164.50, 165. Let's see if we can keep going. The Qs are starting to move up. SPY is at high of day.
So for now, the market is holding. It's not continue its sell-off like yesterday. That is a good thing for our long-term investments.
Excuse me.
Bless you. To see very low RVL in all the stocks. On the AMD, 109%. NVIDIA, of course, 154. It's the second day runner. But for the rest, they're moving around 50% RVL, half of the usual volume. That also makes sense, right? The Friday before a long weekend.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we kind of knew this was going to be muted price action. It was there was a big move yesterday. When you have a big movie, a big party one day, it's usually hangover day the next. Things, people trying to reprice things after big moves, rationalize some of these prices we've seen. So, hmm.
There's actually some volume in Dell, more than 200% RVOL, and it held pretty well, I think, during the day. It's not, I would not take it long or whatsoever, but it held strong.
I'm getting ready to bail on the rest of AMD here. I think we'll see what happens on this pullback if we can hold 162.50.
Yeah, I think this was
Again,
quite an aggressive setup in the queues in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That could also have caused this pullback in AMD. So far, it's holding very nice the pre-market high. The pullback in AMD also was on relative low volume.
Right. All right. After cutting short ES. Okay, sort of AMD here, do or die, whether we push higher or stall here.
Qs are dropping further, or at least they're now showing printing a red candle. AMD is holding a bit better. It could be a strong sign for your long.
I got along some of the MRUS too, the one I had on my watch list. This is a cancer
MRUS.
drug. Yeah, this is a cancer drug. There's a big cancer or some kind of conference next week. This thing's up big on some cancer news in their abstracts that they put out.
Oh, that's nice. It's a beautiful gap up in the day, gap up to all-time high.
It's just not a lot of volume.
Oh. I also had it in my watch list. Post-market strong, pre-market strong, opening range against the pre-market high. Then we broke above, formed a triple bottom above the pre-market high, so confirmed above the pre-market high. I think a very nice long. So where did you enter in MRUS? What time, more or less?
50, 55, 70 is what I got in at. I got in, unfortunately, a little late. But yeah, when it kind of broke out on that 944 candle. It looks like AMD is really stalling here. I'm, like I said, I'm sitting with a little bit left, and I'm thinking of just cutting my position because I'm not feeling confident about it. I mean, if it stays here too long, it could see a drop like I saw with Apple. So
there's like a lot of overlap in the candles. A lot of the candles are trading within the range of the previous candle.
Yeah.
It's just like a lack of volatility, indecision. Tesla now breaking out again.
Yeah, see, Tesla's doing the same thing. All right. I'm taking some more off here on AMD. 162.90. I just, like I said, it's seems to be stalling sort of R3. Big sell-off yesterday on AMD. Yeah, it's starting to pull back now. It's kind of what I was worried about.
I think Tesla could potentially be interesting. Still, Q's now dropping also below its opening range, so the Q's are
Yeah,
very, very weak. That's not helpful for your AMD trade, even though your AMD is so far holding pretty okay above the pre-market range.
SPY sold off. Now we're at low of day. It was nice. One of our traders took ES short. Matt's trading options with on the QQQs. Thor's trading Amazon. Nice rejection at R3. I'm guessing our trader Thor is short Amazon.
Very nice. I think AMD is holding very nice above the pre-market
Yeah,
range.
it is.
Short Amazon,
Yeah.
very nice.
Still holding in there, but like I said, I only have a few shares left, so because I'm not confident that it's going to break out here.
It's really in a range now.
Yeah, Nvidia's not
Range.
really doing much. Kind of dropped, pulled back, popped. In 4 minutes, we get consumer sentiment numbers.
Okay.
So just be prepared for that.
So let's see what kind of market response we will get from.
Okay, here we go. AMD's maybe breaking. Yeah, AMD's breaking out here.
I think it was pretty powerful seeing AMD, like how the market sold off hard and how AMD was actually holding. Each time it came at the pre-market high, it got bought up.
Yeah, AMD is a little bit better trader today than Nvidia, which looks like it might actually go red again here. Ooh, Tesla really rolled over.
Yep.
Apple's coming back up. That's pretty funny. See, AMD just didn't have the juice to keep going there. Getting a larger sell-off candle right now, larger volume sell-off candle.
Oh, that's interesting price action, Apple indeed. If you're looking at this range, wow, 937 to 954.
there's definitely some buyers there on AMD. So we're still looking, just trying to break out here.
Yeah.
That selling candle was pretty decent, bigger volume. So I'm kind of surprised. Pushing higher here.
Yeah. Like AMD, it only shows 160% RVOL. However, if you compare that with the RVOL in the other big tech names, which is around 60%, it is having 2 times more RVOL than on average the other technology stocks. So that is significant. So there's definitely
All right. Well,
significant.
we've got 50. We've got 40 seconds before we get numbers for the consumer sentiment. I don't know if it's going to change things that much.
Yes.
Let's see what's going on here with the SPY. Usually they clear the decks when they get if a number's coming up here. Oh, Q's just popped. Okay, here we go. Let's see what number we got. Oh, a bit of a pop. So consumer sentiment numbers must have been bad. They must have been bad.
Yeah.
Or yeah, it must have been bad. So that would cause the Fed to
better for the inflation.
Lower rates.
That's a nice pop on AMD.
Yeah, wow, eh? Here we go, through 164. Yeah, just selling some more here. Sweet.
The SPY, look at the SPY. Poo.
Yeah, wow.
That's a strong bar. For now.
Well, that was something. There you go. I don't know what the numbers were. Does somebody in the room know what the numbers were for consumer sentiment?
I see it now. Sentiment. It was actual 69.1, estimate 67.7. So the
consumer sentiment was
higher than estimated.
It was higher than expected. Interesting.
Yes. With a 5-year inflation expectation at 3% versus estimated 3.1%. A 1-year inflation expectation 3.3% versus 3.4% expected. MRUS also still going well. Nice trading.
Yeah,
you made.
I know. I'm happy with that one. Just I might even swing some of it. I think thinking of it more of a swing trade. Yeah. If we get to 60, I'll probably take half of it off. But I think it's got some good upside because, like I said, they're doing a presentation next week at some pharmaceutical conference. They've already released their abstracts for their presentations, and I guess some of the numbers on some of their cancer treatment was really good. So
Awesome.
Some of these ones end up being sort of takeout targets for pharma companies.
Mm-hmm.
For the big pharma companies. All right, consumer sentiment strong, stronger than expected. All right. Nvidia dropping still. Interesting. It's going back red again. It's trying to hold PDC.
Yeah. Still moving almost in the 5-minute opening range. Very choppy today.
Yeah. So usually a little later on, I like to sell. Usually like to sell some options. Just wait a little bit longer here. There's possibly opportunity to sell some zero DTEs. In other words, options that expire end of today. So usually Monday to Friday, you've got the indexes that are all zero DTEs, SPY Qs, and those ones. But then you've got on Friday, you've got all the weeklies are going to expire. So can sell stuff like Nvidia. We can sell stuff like Netflix. You can pick stuff that's really out of the money. Like you can still get $1.40 for 1,060 calls on Nvidia. You don't think Nvidia is going to go to 1,060 is pretty close to yesterday's high. So we'll let it chop around a little bit more.
The question is,
of course, with those, you've got to, when you're using those, you've really got to be, pretty tight on your stops. You don't want to end up going offside on the options. So, but there's no overnight risk on these zero DTs, so you don't have to worry about waking up tomorrow morning and finding their like if you've sold Nvidia calls, you don't want to find that Nvidia's gone to $1,200 overnight and you're wiped out. So that's what it's the advantage of these zero DTs.
mm-hmm.
So anyway, so I cover a lot of that, and I've got a book, How to Trade Options. It's available on Amazon. Talk about some of those strategies as well. Megan was trading AMD too. I knew it.
Very nice. And the question is it going to make a third move up, AMD?
Yeah.
Because the SPY is dropping now and AMD is holding is also, again, a very strong sign.
Yeah.
Personally, I do not really like to trade it for the third move because it's the third leg up, but I think it could be strong today. It's going to make another move up. Hoppa.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Megan just posted that link for my book. Appreciate that.
MRUS now forming a range after a very strong channel up, bull channel, forming a range. So let's see what will happen.
Just short some NVIDIA puts right now. A little bit scary. Here we go. So I'm in at 575 on the 1035s.
Very nice. We just made a close below the previous day close. So this cannot close below it.
So I've covered some already at 620.
So now we might just make a retest for another move down.
All right, here we go. Just going to cover some more at 7, or buy or sell some more at 7. I kind of like this setup that NVIDIA was showing here. You saw it dropped. It already went red once. It came back up, tested it again, came back up, and rejected again, and came back down to test that at PDC. And quite often it fails once it starts testing PDC, and eventually drops below it. So I've only got one left, one put left. I might have to get out of that one flat, but I'm good on that trade. See what NVIDIA does here. Right at PDC right now.
Yes, and it's also the opening range. Still the 5-minute opening range. The low.
I've still got a few shares
AMD
left of AMD. Yeah, I'm looking at 165
nice.
right now.
Yeah. They look pretty strong.
Yeah, nice. Here we go. AMD. That's just selling. I'm all out now. 165. I wish I had more shares, but I don't. So I'm all out. 165.
Very nice trade. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful continuation setup. Move up, lower volume on the red candles all the way in this. So we see the move up, A to B.
Yeah.
Pullback. Every time the pullback getting bought up at the pre-market high, low volume, and all the candles, in all the red candles, showing strength, relative market strength as well, because the SPY was dropping at a certain point. AMD was holding. Yeah, very good, very nice. Also nice breakout pattern at 958, where it made like a 3-bar play when it actually made the high of the day. It's also very strong.
Yeah. Tesla's at, yeah, I was just going to say Tesla's at R3.
Market staying choppy. Spice stays more or less moving sideways. Still rejecting a little bit on the top side. So far nothing really happening in the SPY. And that makes
Yeah,
that these
SPY
stocks
is
are really
really going nowhere, going nowhere fast.
Qs are a bit stronger than the SPY today. They're at least trading at the top of the range. Tesla printing new highs and new highs.
Yeah, look at Tesla rip. Might be a little late. just thinking about maybe selling some Tesla puts that expire today.
AMD also ripping. You still got anything left, or you sold your last part as well?
No, I got rid of. I'm out of the last Nvidia $5, so I lost on that last contract, but more than
I mean
more than
AMD.
happy with. Oh, AMD. No, I'm all out of AMD, unfortunately. One 165. I did sell a little bit of this Maris at 59.
Imara, you said?
Maris, MRUS.
Ah, okay, MRUS. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Qs are breaking out. Looks like the SPY is going to break out here.
Interesting. Like in the bull channel MRUS, then we formed a range, a very tight range, but it was not like any significant pullback. It was just moving sideways, very tight. So that is an indication of strength. Then it made a new high,
Yeah.
but of course it was a little bit extended on the intraday, also on the daily chart.
Let's see what AMD looks like now. I know there's some more bids up here. Yeah, look at it. Still looks strong.
AMG now rejecting again at the high of the range. So we clearly see some selling at 10.01. We see the selling at 10.11, selling at 10.16, 10.17. But we also see the buying around 5.27. So the price action is really a little bit contracted in a very tight range. But there's also so little volume in the market. But it could break out to either one of the sides. And then it could give a good risk to reward. because it's in a tight range, but I lean more to the long side. So interesting in AMD, increasing RVOL. The RVOL is now 137%. So yes, it's strong.
Yep.
I find it to be like a really strong sign if the RVOL is increasing during the day.
It's it's just heading back up here. It's right now we've got an inside day go on AMD. It's pretty strong.
It's interesting, like how ferociously it was selling off yesterday compared with the rest of the market,
Yeah.
and now like also how very strong it is today compared with the rest of the
I
market.
know. It provides great trading opportunity for sure.
Yeah. By reaching the high of the range again, the high of the day. Qs as well. Qs breaking out now.
When does Nvidia split? Anybody in the room know? They're doing a 10 for or a 1 for 10. 7th of June,
Yeah.
6th of June, 10th of June.
Pretty soon.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Pretty
Yeah,
soon,
no, that's
indeed.
really soon. God, that's like a couple of weeks from now. Crazy.
Crazy. Another interesting news fact is that the dog that inspired the Dogecoin unfortunately passed away. Sad. But he became pretty old, I believe, 17 years old. And he had a significant impact on the world as well. So, yeah. He won't be forgotten.
They have to get a new one. They have to get a new dog.
Yeah. You don't need another new meme coin because there's so many of these meme coins, but you need a new dog.
Maybe I should get a coin going with my cat.
Yeah.
Nicholas. Cat coin. I think it's a great idea. Yeah, sooty cat. Q's moving up here. AMD's still strong. Megan, do you still have some options in AMD? Because I know you were trading options. Because you're an options gal.
Workday, by the way, making the sell-off.
All out. Oh, okay. So work. What did they? Because I saw people who were trading workday, or at least they had workday. I'm guessing it was a yeah, that was earnings.
It had earnings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. Post-market already looked weak. Pre-market seemed to be recovering, but there was like this big sell-off a couple of minutes before the market opened. I thought, like, now I'm not gonna take it long anymore, because like if with such a big sell-off, it often indicates in my experience that there's like a lack of buying pressure and that there might be some dumping. The only issue is still like in the pre-market range. So now only just recently we confirmed below the pre-market range. And now of course we may be a little bit extended. Price action now moved $10 from ATR is usually $5. So it might be a bit extended now, but the trend is very clear to the short side in a workday.
Mm-hmm.
Now there seem to be some small topping signals at MRUS, but I think
Yeah, it's definitely run out of steam. So glad I took some off at 59, but I think still optimistic about it for next week.
for sure. You should of course never try to take this, at least in my experience, to take this short, because shorting such a strong stock.
It doesn't have a lot of. It's the problem. The problem with day trading it doesn't have a lot of volumes. I mean, if you look at the candles, it's not trading huge volume.
Yeah.
I mean, it's trading big volume for that stock, but
Yeah, average daily volume was 1 million. Less than 1 million even. That's
AMD's
really like a low average daily volume.
AMD's here, Nvidia's kind of creeping up here. SPY's breaking out, Q's breaking out.
So interesting volume signals at AMD in this last pullback.
Yeah, Apple's been breaking out too. So I don't have any positions on now. So just had an okay day. I mean, given the type of day this was, so not anxious to make any more big trades today unless I see something that I really like. So we just keep looking.
Keep on grinding.
Don't really have any news events, so.
I think it's interesting in AMD how we see like on the topping, we see like lower volume in this pullback. The candles of 1020, 1021, 1022, lower volume compared with the green candles before. There was also some declining volume on the way up at 1025, so that's not the best sign, but it's also a little bit now extended to take it long. So here it seems like good for the continuation setup, but later the declining volume shows a little bit doubt, a little bit contra signal. Overall, it still looks strong, of course, but it's a bit extended. Because if you now would enter, you would enter for the forward move, perhaps, or however you would like to see it. But yeah, nice trade you had, Brian. Congratulations.
Yeah, no, It was good, and I'm happy with MRUS. That was a bit of an outlier, but just going through some news items last night and was listening to that and saw it had a lot of action in the aftermarket. So kind of thought that was probably a good, that was going to be a good trade for sure. Wow, Tesla still is still moving up here. Cool.
Yeah. And the US are beautiful. Like the post-market was strong. Yes. Pre-market continued. Actually, the pre-market found its low in MRUS at the high of the post-market, which also a strong sign. We formed an opening range, breaking out of the pre-market high, forming a triple bottom above it. It was just beautiful, beautiful price action. Tesla indeed also moving up. Right, I'm gonna call it a day.
All right.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was good. Thank you, Pierre. Hope you had a decent day, everybody. Hope everyone had a good day in the room. A little bit more choppy than we had expected, but overall, I think it was eventually we got some decent opportunities with especially after those numbers came out. So yeah. All right.
I think
Have a
we
good
had a bit of
weekend.
all. Thank you. Long weekend. It's gonna be a nice long weekend with the Monday taking the day off.
For sure. And everybody enjoy your weekend. Don't come to the room here Monday morning expecting to find us here. We won't be here.
Always somebody gonna make the mistake and gonna be there Monday.
Yeah. Okay.
Always.
Carlos, I guess we're gonna end the show here.
Awesome, perfect. Have a great weekend. We're ending it. Bye bye.
Have a good one, everybody.